Is this like your anything?
Hey, I didn't know we were getting a video in this, so thanks for that. Yeah? Alright. Alright, yeah, Yosef.
The Sunday to call it, you know.
Mazel tov.
That's what it's all about.
That's what it's all about. Mazel tov. It's just the last one I'm doing. Okay. Next one's yours.
Well, I was scared you were going to say that at one point.
Next one's yours.
I brought a camera though, I'll do steals.
Huh?
I brought a camera, I'll do steals.
Next movie's yours. Next movie's yours.
No, we're not.
I said, hello, Leia, but you didn't say hello.
Do you have a camera? Hello, Leia, close your button.
This is fine, make your Abba happy. Just only to make your Abba smile.
The video is magnificent. You encapsulated the whole event.
Thank you. Mazel tov.
Mazel tov.
Mazel tov. You're very welcome.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
No, not yet.
Mazel tov.
Thank you.
Mazel tov. Mazel tov. Mazel tov. Mazel tov. Mazel
חייבת אישור.
חייבת אישור, בואי.
אני רואה את זה. זה מים? זה סבבת עם מים? זה לא הכל שלי, הבאתי פה לא נכון. אבל אני הבאתי את הקום שלך הוא לא. הבאתי את הקום שלך הוא לא. זה אני הבאתי
You don't have enough of your own
That's exactly what I asked. Here's the current print. You ain't know. Left the white chili. Come at 4 o'clock, okay?
Mami לא ראתה בוטה.
Yeah, is that okay?
Yeah, well, I picked you up. I didn't pick on mine.
I mean, Sarah can't stand the hotel.
Here, let me get you.
בוא קח את התילה.
מרית, יש לך אבל?
כן, עכשיו. דבר.
יש לך.
מתי.
מה התיק של שרה? היא רוצה תיק שלה?
איפה התיק שלה? הסידור שם, היא רוצה את הסידור שלה. איפה הסידור? איפה התיק? I don't know what you said. Surprise. I see the prophet like that.
Say it more. It's only good.
Was that just on the
I put on my toilet upside down. Huh? Give it to me. I don't think I make a problem.
לא הייתי לך להבין.
Baruch haba, Baruch hanima leishmoina asher tifkach yishkon chatzerecha. Baba tu beisecha kedosh eikalecha. Take the bag. Give us here, don't worry. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Melech, Adonai Malach, Adonai yimlach le'olam va'ed. Adonai melech, Adonai malach, Adonai yimlach le'olam va'ed. Ano Adonai, Hoshiana. Ano Adonai, Hoshiana. Ano Adonai, Hatzlichana. Hatzlichana.
Ashrei tivchos karev yishkon chatzerecha yishba b'tu beisecha kadosh heichalecha. Die gekes? Kula, ikro kula.
נתן נפי, מכובד בחייקה, ומרטי וייזר מכובד בחייקה.
סקובים עושים?
Hold him. Bring him a little closer. That's how about you. Bring him a little closer. Not further. Take a few steps towards the brim. Next. Me. Moment. Me. Kach אותו. לקרב אותו. ידיד לא למה. לקרב אותו. קצר. זהו.
הרב וילבן מכובד בכיסא של אליהו.
חיק למצלמה גם. בא לך יכול לאיבוד פה. מה שצריך?
והכיסא של עליון המזרח ולתוי בלי שועסך כיביסי אדוני סיפרתי לי שועסך אדוני מצוותיך עשיתי עליון מלאך הברית הנה שלך לפניך עמוד על ימיני ושמחני סיפרתי לי שועסך אדוני ששדנוי כי על אמרתך כמו יצא שלום רב Shalom Rav, lo yhavei zoratzecha, ve'ein lamoy mikshol ashrei, tivchos karev yishkon chatzerecha, nitzvah b'tu beitzecha, kadosh heichalecha.
מוישה גולדמרד, מהכיסא.
Sandak. Sandak.
סבא.
Wir werden ja. ברוך אתה אדוני מלך העולם אשר קידשנו מצוותיו וצפון העולמילה.
Amen.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהים מלך העולם אשר קידשנו מצוותיו וצפונו ואחינו בבריתו של אברהם אבינו.
אמן.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה.
כן ניכנס, כן ניכנס, תורה וחופה מעשים טובים.
מהסנדק הרב אלמן. הרב אלמן. לא Mensch.
תודה רבה.
הרב גורדון, מכובד לברוכס, הסבא עמיד על הברוכס.
Dus brachas.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם הבורא פרי הגופן. אמן. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר קידש ידיד מבטן בחוק בשירוסם וצאצאו חוסם בעוז בריס קודש על כן בשכר זו אל חי חלקנו צורנו צווי להציל ידידו שרינו משחס אמן בריסו ישר שום בבשרנו ברוך אתה אדוני קורא בריס. אמן. אלוהינו ולאבותינו קיימס הילד הזה לאביו ולאמי ויקרא שמו בישראל חיים דוד בן הרב נחום יצחק ישמח האב ויוצא חלוצו וסגר עמו בפרי בטנו כאן כתוב ישמח אביך ואמך וסגר יולדתך ונאמר ועבר עליך ברך מזבחך בדמייך זוכר לי אלום בריסו דבר ציווה ללב דור אשר כורסס אברהם ושבועסו ליצחק ויעמידה ליעקב לחוק לישראל בריס עולם ונאמר ביום על אברהם את יצחק בנו בן 18 ימים כאשר ציווה עושו אלוהים. חיים דוד בן הרב נחום יצחק זה קטן גדול יהיה בשם ניכנס לתורה ומעשים טובים מי שברך אבותינו אברהם יצחק ויעקב משה ואהרון דוד ושלמה יברך את הילד רך הנימל
Haim David ben Nachum Yaakov.
Yitzchak.
Babu shekol hakam mispalim baburo. Beschaze HaKadosh Baruch Hu Yimale Rachamim Olav Lahachlimoi Narvoisoi Lachziko Lachyoisoi. Yishlach lo Mahera Refuah Shlema Min HaShomayim. Yirmach Evorov Usha Sagidov. Besoch Shacholis Refuah Sanefes Refuah Saguf Hashta Bagolov Izman. Kariv and Omer, Amen. Amen. Leinu l'shapeach la'adon hakol. Korim im Mishtak Moedim Gifne Melech Malcham L'Kosh Baruch Shumayim Yoyisei Oretz. Okay, l'Kodim l'Kor Avinu. Nemav Hoya Adonai Lemelech Al Kol Haaretz Bayom Hahu Yeh Adonai Echad U'Shmo Echad.
Amen.
Mazel tov. I can't understand.
I understand. Mazel tov.
She both are horse and wagon. You said it,
אני מצלם.
מצלם או מסריט?
Explains, Pshat is that it's not a chayv. What it is it's a tool that enables us to be mekayim and to fulfill all the chukim of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. A person has a natural inclination not to fulfill a chok. A chok is a mitzvah whose reason we don't understand. The person's inclination is to say, I'll do what I understand, I won't do what I don't understand. Hashem tells Avraham Avinu, be pure, be simple, be straight, be tmimus. Bris Milah is what enables us to have that connection to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, that we don't ask any questions, that we blindly follow. And that is the chok of the Bris Milah enables us to get that connection with HaKadosh Baruch Hu. The Omer represents exactly that. The Omer represents the the Haim, it's made out of Sa'orim, barley. It represents this idea of Bnei Adam she'arumim b'das ka'adam and musimim atzim k'behema. They take Michael Behema, animal food, Sa'orim, barley, and they use that as a carbon on the Yontif of Pesach, the Yontif that symbolizes the Amun of blindly following HaKadosh Baruch Hu. That is what the Omer is about. After the Omer is finished, counting 7 times 7, 49, we embark upon Shavuos. And Shavuos, there's something else. Shavuos, there's a carbon called the Shtei Alechem. It's wheat, it's Michael Adam, it's human food, and it's actually chametz. One of the rare instances where a carbon mincha has chametz in it. There are only 2 cases. One of them is the Shtei Alechem. Shavuos, we're commemorating Matan Torah. Matan Torah, our job is not to be like a simple instinctive being like a behemoth, but rather to use the intellect with which we were blessed and to be like an organ, like a human being, to analyze and to question and to dissect all the different mitzvahs of the Torah. It's interesting that the Omer represents the number 7 times. The Omer represents the Derech HaTeva. It's the natural cycle, the 7 days of the world were created. The Maharal explains that Bris Milah is supernatural. It's above the Derech HaTeva. It's the 8th. Beyond the 7 is the 8th. This is what the Bris Milah is. And Torah was given after the full cycles of 7 and 7, because Torah is also above Teva, beyond the level of Teva. A person has many trials and tribulations and nisyonos and tests in this world. It's not always so easy. It's not always so easy to overcome. The Bris Milah is a tool to enable us to fight the Yetzer Hara. It limits the person's taivas, his desires. It enables a person to master his drives. And this is something that's actually supernatural. It's not the natural way. You look around the world, you look at people who just allow their passions to run wild. It's the teva, the nature is such that a person would succumb to this Yetzer Hara. But the Bris Milah is above and beyond this nature. It's the Mal Midach HaTeva. And that is the idea of Bris Milah. We start, Chok B'Sher Hasam, it gives us the ability to be tamim, to be pure, to look like b'tmimus, not to ask questions. Tamim tiyem Hashem Elokecha. It gives us the ability to follow Hashem like the Minchas Omer. The same idea, like Michael Haim, with our simplistic connection to Hashem. And then we take that and we embark upon a count of 7 times 7. We come to the day of Shavuos, when we zeicha to have Chaim David come into this world, a day when David HaMelech, Yurtzai, he was born that day. He was another Mal, actually. David HaMelech, who took his Yetzer Hara and said, Libi Chol B'Kirbi, he actually was able to destroy his Yetzer Hara. L'mal Midar Chateva. The Gemara says, B'Moitzai Shavi is Ben David B'Adet. L'mal Midar Chateva, the Geula comes. But it comes from our connection to HaKadosh Baruch Hu in a simplistic, simple way, instinctively linking ourselves to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, the Chok B'Sher Hasam, taking that Bris Milah, which we know is the, David points out, is the means through which we're able to learn Torah, taking this emunah pshuta that we have from Pesach with the Michael Behema, elevating ourselves to Shavuos through the power of the Bris Milah that makes us simply following HaKadosh Baruch Hu, instinctively willing to accept chukim that we don't understand, at the same time filling us with the ability to analyze the Torah Kedosha in the deepest way, in the greatest intellectual way, which is symbolized by the Shtei Alechem of the Yom Tov of Shavuos. It's our bracha that the Rachanimo, the Chaim David, should grow up to be a Yirei Shamayim, fulfilling the chukim, b'tmimus tamim tiyem Hashem Elokecha, tamim in the complete Torah, the Gan Shas, Shechamara, Paiskir. He should become a source of nachas to his parents, to his grandparents, to the entire yeshiva, to guys. Amen.
There's a lot of reasons for Shabbos Hashanah Zachar, but I think one of the main reasons are for Avir Ben, the father of the son, that if he doesn't have what to say, at least he says something on the Shalom Zachar, so he can say it again. Because I don't know how the father have time. I don't have any time to do anything. Says the second bracha in the Bris. We mentioned Avram Avinu. The question is, why is it different than any other mitzvah? Why dafka over here you mention Avram Avinu? So I know the books, I don't remember what's the name. And also the Rambam, he says that we're not doing the Bris because Avram Avinu did the Bris. We're doing the Bris because the Kadosh Baruch Hu commanded us to do the Bris. And Avraham Avinu was the first person that made the bris. So we really need to understand, why is Avraham Avinu mentioned in the bracha if it's not because of him that we're having a bris? So I saw the answer over there. Avraham Avinu was the first father that made a bris for his son. I mean, Avraham Avinu's father didn't give Avraham Avinu the bris. Avraham Avinu gave him to himself. But Baruch was his father over there. And it says over there in the pasuk, if you look at the pasuk, you can medayik over there that after Avraham Avinu had the bris, he was commanded by Baruch that not only him he should give the bris, but also Doros Acharav. And you can see from there that every father from Avraham Avinu is in the sons and in the grandsons' bris, and Avraham Avinu is in every single bris that we have from then until now. Avraham Avinu is the mikor. He's not the reason, but he's the mikor for the bris. Something very special about a bris. That's the first thing. The first thing that comes to the world, he has a bris. Speaking about the mikor. So we just had a Parashat Ba'aloscha. This was actually given in the Shabbos. Thank you very much. Over there, Parashat Ba'aloscha. Just gonna remember what happened. Moshe Rabbeinu. Come back. I'm a little nervous, man.
Bris is Irish.
Oh, same. Film on, no? So the question is. Am Yisrael came to Moshe Rabbeinu and they said it's not fair that we lose the zchus to give a korban pesach since we were tameh or we were on the way. And Moshe Rabbeinu said, okay, fine, I'll go speak to God. We'll go see what he has to say. And Baruch Hu told them that since then they had a pesach sheni, or before that. And so we have a pesach sheni for the people that couldn't be in the bris. So the question is, why Davka by Pesach Sheni we have that zchut that if you miss Korban Pesach, then you have another opportunity to have the Korban. Why not by any other mitzvah? It's lulav. A whole bunch of mitzvahs. That if you miss that time to do the mitzvah, it's Shavuos night, you're in the hospital, so you should have another night to learn the whole night. It's not a problem. Why Davka by Korban Pesach, you have the opportunity to fix what you missed. So we said a couple of answers that maybe Korban Pesach has Kores. I started to Haim. I don't know if it was Davka about that. I just thought it was words. That it's not the people's fault that they became tameh. It could have been tremendous mitzvah. You gave a couple more examples. But I think what I said then, I'm going to say now. I think the answer is that Yetzias Mitzrayim, and for that we have Korban Pesach. That's the, I'm not going to say it, but the fundamental mitzvah of Klal Ham Yisrael. That's the source. That's our main history, that we left Am Yisrael and we became HaKadosh Baruch Hu's Avadim, from Proud Avadim to HaKadosh Baruch Hu's Avadim. And people don't want to miss that. It's a big shvach, it's a big hodayat to thank HaKadosh Baruch Hu for what brought us here. So that's why over there in that mitzvah you have the opportunity to fix it. So it's very similar over here because we have our first son, which Baruch Omer has blessed us. It's a healthy son. And for us, it's our first continuation to life. For us, it's our mikor. And I want to be Modi Takadosh Baruch Hu and give Hodaya. And every day we all say, we bless, we make a bracha, Shalom Sani Goy. And it's not stam because it's not simple to be a Jew. There isn't so much chance you're born to be a Jew. It's a very small percentage. And we have a lot to thank for that. And that I have the opportunity to continue that not only I could say it, also our sons could say it. To be a shaliach and to be a kav, it's a big school for me. And for that, and for my whole life, and for Baruch Hashem, Baruch Hashem giving me the perfect divu. And Baruch Hashem, I got to the perfect kola. Everything's very good over here, Baruch Hashem. For that, I have a daya. And I didn't understand. It's not such a big question, but how come women get pregnant and not men? The question you asked when you were young. And I think the real answer is, now I'm speaking about me, but men have this ego to always feel like they need to be sholet. They always need to have what to say, and you need to listen to them. And the women need to listen. And I don't want to start thinking what would happen if also the men would have the babies. Their mama should think that they own the world. That's why Kodesh Baruch Hu made it that the women have the babies. And maybe only then the men, I can start understanding what they go through. And it's a very big schus for me that I got to where I am right now. You need to speak about the name, from where the name came from. Haim David. So that's the baby's great-grandfather from Tati's side. I heard a lot of very good, nice things about him. Like a lot of stories. I'll just say one. I don't say correct. One of the most important things that there is today is Simchas Haim. And it's not easy to have Simchas Haim when people go through hard stuff. And I know that medically wise, he had a very hard life. In middle age, he had to have a procedure that he lost all his memory. And couldn't smell anything. So one of the examples are, he came to the country and everyone went to visit him to pick him up in the airport. And there was this lady over there walking with flowers. And he had a very hard life. And he comes to her and he says, I want to smell your flowers. I wanted to tell her something nice. This woman has flowers. And he smelled them. And he said, what an amazing smell. He couldn't even smell. He was happy. And you see from that that the person had a lot of Simchas Chaim. And I wish our son could have a lot of Simchas Chaim. And maybe that name will help. It's that. I want to thank everyone for making this happen, for both sides. For my parents' side and for Sarah's parents' side. And it's the whole family actually. It's all the brothers and all the sisters. Everyone made everything. It was the cutting the vegetables, it was making the cakes, setting up the table. I really appreciate it. And I want to thank the yeshiva for letting us use this hall. It's a big help. And thank everyone for coming. Right. You want yourself? me, thank everyone.
That's your wife.
Did you see Yehuda Peskin? Yes.
You can take David with
No.
you. It's your side.
Where was he?
I think he was here. Because when he was driving with the car,
My first grandson, born on Shavuos, I have to say, just so much hakoros hatov to, first of all, everybody who put this thing together over here and helped and schlepped and did everything. And it was just, when I was in the house with Nachum and Sara, just what was going on in the house and the preparation and setting up and everybody coming over here, Rob, everybody it was just phenomenal, just amazing. And I especially have to thank my wife Esther. Esther went to the hospital with Sara, Shavuos night, we made Kiddush, and it was about time to go, not go, maybe go, let's not wait, and I was starting to get nervous over there. I heard one of the sisters had one of the kids in the bathroom. I didn't feel like that happening over here on Shavuos. So I was trying to get things moving over here. Let's go already. The kids were saying, calm down, you know. And Baruch Hashem, Nachum had arranged everything, whatever, and off they went. Baruch Hashem out of the house. So Shavuos night, and I didn't know, and Mommy was over there, and walked home from Shar Tzedek, got home at 6 o'clock in the morning, and she told me great news. And just so much HaKadosh Hatov to HaKadosh Baruch Hu for bringing us to this time. To Nachum and Sara, get to the end of that, the end have what to say. But we see this parsha is packed with drama. And starting off the exploration of the land, and then the coming with the mission and spying, and then giving the report to Moshe Rabbeinu, and then the Gezerah, Kosh Baruch Hu, the Gezerah that they would have to 40 years in wandering, and then hysteria. Klal Yisrael was in hysterics. What's happening over here? And it goes on. We have other halachas and the korbanos and hilchas chala, and then at the end the tzitzis. But the drama is unbelievable, and there's so many questions that come up during the parsha. But before all of this drama, the pasuk says we have Moshe Rabbeinu. That it says over here, Vayikra Moshe, L'Hoshea bin Nun Yeshua. What happened? Moshe Rabbeinu changed. Gave the name from Hoshai to Yeshua. He changed Yeshua's name. And Rashi says, what is Vayikra? What's the word Vayikra mean? It means Lehit Palel, that Moshe Rabbeinu davened for Yeshua. What was the davening? Is that because they were going out, and he knew it wasn't such a great mission that they were heading on, but he gave him, since he was his main student, he gave him, had to daven for him that he would not take the counsel and be influenced by them. Now the Haim asks a beautiful question. He says, what happened over here? Moshe Rabbeinu had to change his name in order, and Vayikra is called the davening, in order to daven. Why couldn't he just daven? Why did he have to change his name to daven? We're davening all the time. We don't change our names. So the Orach Chaim gives an answer, is that the name change was in order to save him, give him koach, as I said before, against the 10. The 10 Maragli that could have influenced. So what's that 10? That 10 is the Yud. The Yud came from, the Midrash said, the Yud comes from Sara. It was Sarai. And he took the Yud from the end of her name, and once he took it, the Yud started to complain. So what is this? You're taking me from a great tzedekis, the greatest tzedekis, we'll get to Sara soon, and you took the Yud. So he was very upset. He couldn't deal with that. So HaKadosh Baruch Hu said
to the Yud. Yud, don't worry about it. We know the Yud has a crown on top of it and okitz on the left side and the regel. And he said to the Yud, okay, I'm going to give you over to in the front of the name, and that's going to be Yeshua. So this is the Yud, and this is the pasuk over here that we have in our parsha. Time's out.
Time's up.
The air conditioner went off. That's what time's up. So this is the Yud that went from Sara, and now here we have it over here to Yeshua. And that's what saved, and that's why Moshe Rabbeinu did it now, because he understood the importance of a name. What is a name? What's it all about? And we see that Moshe Rabbeinu knew that this change in name would be a protection for Yeshua. So then finally, we have the Gemara in Brachos Zion, Daf Zion, where it asks the question, Minay lines, where do we know about sources of names? What is a name? So it gives an answer from David HaMelech. And it says over there that Shamos Ba'aretz, that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is going to come and see all the works, and that there's going to be a destruction in the land. And Chazal and the Gemara right over there tell us, what's that? No, change the name, change that word to Shemos, that we're going to see the names in the Aretz, in the land. That, what does it mean over here? That Chazal is telling us by this Gemara that the ultimate purpose, when Hashem brings down from the Kisei HaKavod, a Neshama, the world of Neshamas, that it comes down with this name. The Maharsha explains that the parents, they don't have a prophecy, but they have an inspiration about a name. That is about the tachlis, the avoda of a person in this world. The name is, everything has a name. There's nothing without a name, and it's true. When things come from the Ruchnius down into this world, it comes with a shame, and that shame represents, we know from Adam Arishon, everything got a name. And a person has a name, and that name also is an indication of possibly what their tachlis in life is, what they have to accomplish, what they have to do in life. And it says over there that even though a person has bechira, and they can decide to do it this way or do it that way, that they should choose. Hashem didn't take bechira, even though a person has his name and this is the tachlis, a person has bechira, and it's Hashem, they'll choose the right kibun, the right derech to accomplish what they have to do in this world, which is that name, partially. I mean, maybe there are others, but the principal tachlis of a person is this name. And that's what comes down.
קטן גדול יהיה
בשם